Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're at a funeral, right? Sitting there listening to the eulogy.
Hmm.
And the very first thing the speaker says is, uh, let's have no two ways about it. Jeanie really could be a twat.
Wow. Okay.
Now, I mean, if that doesn't grab your attention, I don't know what will. It's so raw, so honest, kind of funny, actually, for a funeral.
Definitely unexpected.
Especially when you find out the person they're eulogizing, well, she isn't actually dead.
It absolutely sets up this incredible tension, doesn't it? That opening line from Elle's eulogy for Jeanie. It's our perfect hook into a really profound narrative we're looking at today.
Yeah.
We're doing a deep dive into this single, really compelling story. It explores, the complexities of identity, the choices we make, and, well, reality itself, basically.
Right.
It's about this woman, Jeanie, who stumbles upon a portal, a gateway to alternate versions of her own life.
So our mission today is to really navigate this story, pull out those, nuggets of insight. We'll look at escapism, how we see ourselves.
Yeah, the strained secrets put on relationships.
Exactly. And ultimately, what it means to actually choose and, live your own life, even when these really tempting alternatives are, I don't know, just a mirror away.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start right there with that eulogy. Our source paints this picture. Elle's at the lectern, looking like she's just ordering a pint of Bishop's Finger down at her local.
Right, down in Dalston, you can almost see it.
Totally. And the celebrant's tense, looking at Elle's tattooed biceps, the family.
Yeah, you get that sense of unease.
And Elle, she just goes for it. She acknowledges the past, as we all know how things ended for us all. But then she shifts. She wants to focus on the Jeanie I first went for a coffee with 10 years back.
And that honesty is quite striking, isn't it? She doesn't ignore the bad stuff, the difficulties,
Oh.
but she pivots to remember the core of the person she loved back in 2015, bonding over Motorhead and true crime.
Yeah, the good times.
And she talks about Jeannie's creativity, her miniatures, saying she could make these perfect miniatures just from a couple of photos, like she had Pythagoras himself whispering in her ear.
That detail about the miniatures, it's brilliant.
Mm.
And clearly means a lot to Elle. She even touches her own necklace, a tiny replica of the Glory Pub, one of their old spots.
Ah.
Elle says Jeanie never gave up who she was, calls her a grafter, a proper artist, someone who knew London better than the pigeons, and made tiny things but had big dreams.
You really feel the affection there.
Totally. But then her voice breaks, and you get the real heartbreak. She never became the version of herself she imagined, but she was already more than I ever needed.
Oh, that hits hard.
And then that question just hanging there. Where'd you go, Jeanie? It just sticks with you.
It absolutely does. It makes you think, what's that mean, Someone being gone for a long time before they went, like a psychological leaving before anything else.
Exactly.
And what we learn next is the key to that mystery. The story flips right over to Jeannie's perspective, and she's very much alive.
Right. Mid-30s, we're told, set lines on the bridge of her nose, maybe spider veins
Yeah.
from one too many nights at the Glory.
Paints a picture, doesn't it? She's got this bit part career in miniatures, but she's, wanting more, less grind.
She wishes for one job instead of four. Seems relatable.
Very. And it's right then, thinking about a different, maybe easier life, that something incredible happens.
The mirror.
The mirror. She's looking into her full-length mirror, lost in thought, and her hand just goes straight through.
Oh, just like that.
Just like that. She pulls it back, expects it to be hurt or changed, but nope, perfectly fine. The other side felt normal.
So what does she do?
Curiosity wins over fear, basically. She takes this leap, cat-like, through the mirror's frame.
Okay, gotta admire the nerve there.
And what a leap. She lands outside, behind a large hebe bush, sees this huge emerald expanse of lawn and a house made largely of glass, like something off TV,
Wow. And this is where she meets.
Her first alternate self, same height, same build, but hair the color of embers. This other Jeanie, let's call her Rich Jeanie, or RJ. RJ is busy filming a Saturday Tacquisition for her online followers. Our Jeanie hears her own voice, sort of cringes like you do.
Huh. Yeah, I know that feeling.
Only to realize, wait, that is her voice in this reality. But RJ doesn't see her, doesn't react at all when Jeanie tries to talk to her. It's weird.
Totally ignored.
Yeah.
So she explores this dream house.
She does. Hot tub, amazing studio with latest Modex equipment, changeable wall displays, even secret passageways.
Secret passageways.
Nice. And an attic just filled with this incredible model town, all these places that mean something to Jeanie, places whose spaces filled her head and her heart.
And there's a key moment there, isn't there, with one of the miniatures?
Yes, exactly. A beautiful, heartbreaking detail. She picks up this tiny model of the Hackney Empire Theater and remembers that's where Elle first told her she bloody loved her.
Oh, man. That connection back.
Right, it pulls her back. Suddenly she has to get back. She feels this distortion, this haze, and whoosh, she's back in her own bedroom.
How long was she gone?
Exactly half an hour, according to her phone. Just as she's trying to process this impossible thing, Elle walks in. "Where'd you go?"
And Jeanie.
Lies. Instantly. "I went for a walk," and that's it. The beginning of the secret. The start of that distance Elle talked about in the eulogy.
Wow. And what a secret to keep. It must just consume her.
Oh, absolutely. And she finds out the mirror isn't just a one-way trip to Rich Jeannie's world. It turns out all it took was a thought, a moment of wanting to unscroll an entire universe.
An entire universe.
Yeah.
Just based on a thought.
Seems so. She learns to craft her thoughts, give them color and texture, and the mirror just delivers. Always watching, always ready.
So what other lives does she find?
Oh, it's quite a spectrum. There's a Jeanie who owns a bar in Vietnam, unforgettable and nocturnal. Another is a top competitive cyclist, trained in the Alps, her legs a blur, unbeaten, unbroken.
Intense.
Then there's an upstart of the Berlin art scene, a riot of paint and new ideas. She's weaving through cities, exploring nature, living these lives she'd only ever dreamed of.
But time keeps ticking the same in all these places.
Exactly. Minutes pass at the same pace. Her old analog watch is like this constant reminder, hurry up, please, it's time. Time to go back.
But that pull,
Yeah.
that just half an hour, must get harder to stick to.
It unravels fast, becomes just until lunchtime, then, ominously, just when Elle will notice.
Ah. And her real life starts to suffer.
Yeah. She's started to miss orders for her miniatures. When Elle asks about her day, her mind is full, but her mouth empty. Conversations become superficial.
From intricacies and intimacies to just...
Broad brush banalities. That phrase really captures it. Same old, she'd say.
You can feel that gap widening.
It really shows the insidious cost of this kind of escape, right? The more world she sees, the more they feel like they're crowding, widening the space between her and Elle. The secret gets heavier.
It makes you think about real life, maybe less fantastical versions, where someone starts to check out of a relationship.
Absolutely. And the tension builds until Elle finally, confronts her. She's noticing things aren't right.
Like what?
Less and less materials coming into the house. Their shared contact sauna. Hasn't seen Jeanie at the workshop. Elle just looks her straight in the eye. What aren't you telling me?
Oh, that moment.
Yeah.
Direct confrontation. What does Jeanie do?
She chooses the lie. Tells Elle, I'm just tired of it. I want to do what speaks to me as an artist.
But inside, she knows.
Inside, the reasoning is chilling. It wasn't that Elle wouldn't believe her about the mirror. It was quieter, more certain. Elle would have told her to stop, and she couldn't stop.
Addiction. It sounds like addiction.
It really does. And the heartbreaking part, Elle trusts her, pulls her close, says, do whatever you need to, love. I've got us.
Oh, Elle. That trust just makes the lie cut deeper.
It really does. And it kind of emboldens Jeanie in a way. The first time she stays away overnight, she uses a conference in Manchester as an alibi.
But she's not really there, is she? Where does she go?
She goes to visit her favorite alter ego, war correspondent Jeanie, CJ.
War correspondent. Wow. What's CJ like?
Top of her field. Hard eyes, the lines at their corners like history's own annotations. Amazing ability to pull truths from people. Fuse complex info with empathy in 3 words.
Sounds impressive.
Jeanie watches CJ accept a Peabody Award for reporting on her world's Iranian civil war, and she's just captivated. Thinks maybe she could stay for a bit longer.
Just bask in that reflected glory.
Exactly. Just stand a while in the warm words of others.
It sounds so tempting, doesn't it? To step into that kind of success.
It really does. But staying longer, that has consequences back home, right?
Big time. A whole week passes in her reality. Elle reports her missing.
Dear God.
Jeanie ends up being interviewed by the police, giving no comment answers, feeling like all the guilty people on true crime shows. Her email inbox is just chaos, angry clients, missed orders.
She's completely disconnected, choosing this vicarious life over her real one.
Totally. But the fantasy, the escape, it's about to shatter dramatically.
What happens? She's watching CJ again, this time in Gabon. CJ's reporting on a conflict, interviewing refugees, when suddenly things go wrong.
Wrong how?
A militia guy on a motorbike appears. starts shooting. Bullets scattered into press and refugees alike. It's
That's-
horrific, sudden. And despite having a helmet, a vest, CJ is hit in the neck.
Oh my God.
Jeanie watches it happen in real time, sees her die. Her own reaction is physical, hands to her stomach, feeling like the life leave her own eyes.
Unimaginable.
And then there's this feeling, this deep wrongness, which almost bodily drag her back to the mirror's haze. She's screaming, trying to hold on to CJ, but she's pulled back.
Forced back.
Yeah. She lands in her bedroom, staring at her own hands. Small, unharmed, unscarred hands, the hands that never risked anything and made only small things. And the mirror, still there, defiantly sharp.
Wow. That contrast. Her safe hands versus the deadly reality she just witnessed. What does this do to her?
Back in her world, she's just broken, inconsolable, but she can't explain why to Elle, can't accept help.
And
Elle reaches her limit, gives her an ultimatum. If you don't tell me what's going on, there's no chance for us. She says, I can't work it out, Jeanie.
the breaking point.
Yeah. And when Elle finally kicks her out, Jeanie's main fear isn't even losing Elle, it's losing the mirror.
That says everything, doesn't it?
It really does. So she makes one last desperate leap through it without a plan for ever coming back.
Where does she end up this time?
She retreats back to Rich Jeanie's glass mansion, specifically to that attic full of miniatures. Finds some weird comfort there, looking at tiny models of the Rio Cinema, the Curve Garden, Better Health bakery places from her real life she hadn't set foot in years.
Huh? Connection back, even in an escape.
Exactly. She stays there for months, just observing RJ and her Elle. She watches them on their anniversary. RJ is making dim sum, thinking up funny names for the dishes, listing out all the words, just being together, happy, engaged.
And seeing that does something.
It's the breakthrough. Watching this happy, functioning version of herself and Elle, Jeanie has this realization, I can do that. I can be that person too.
Not just watching, but doing.
Precisely. It's a huge shift. From passive escape to like active potential, it's no longer about running away, but maybe
Yeah.
about re-engaging with her own life.
So she decides to go back. For real this time.
Yes. She returns, leaves the kitchen light on as a signal. Elle comes out, stops behind the glass door. Her face just a storm of emotions wouldn't settle.
I can only imagine.
They finally face each other in their very small kitchen, in their very small house, in their world.
And Elle's first words.
Are just raw, immediate, a mix of fury and maybe relief. I've just done your fucking eulogy.
Oh, wow. Small laugh. What a line. I've just done your fucking eulogy.
How does Jeanie even respond to that?
In that moment, something breaks. The tension, the absurdity. When Jeanie's snowflake blue and Elle's forest hazel eyes saw each other and only each other, they laughed.
Laughter after everything.
Yeah. Maybe relief. Maybe just the sheer craziness of it all. Jeanie actually asks if the eulogy was good.
Seriously?
Yeah. And Elle says, deadpan, I called you a twat.
And Jeanie accepts it. Sounds about fair. Then Elle adds, and you don't even have the good grace to be dead.
Ouch. But fair.
And Jeanie's reply, this is where it all comes together. She says, but I have been, Elle. I really have.
Wow. That hits deep. She has been gone, dead to her own life.
Exactly. It's this moment of complete emotional release. Jeanie just shattered like the mirror, which upstairs lay in fragments on the bedroom carpet. She finally weeps.
And the mirror's broken.
Broken in fragments, and Elle just pulls her in, wrapping her arms around Jeanie, the only Jeanie she knew.
The real one. Messy, flawed, but present.
The only one that mattered. It's Jeanie's return, not just home, but back to herself, back to her one real, complicated life.
So, thinking about this whole deep dive, Jeanie's story, her mirror, it feels like it's about more than just escapism, doesn't it? It really digs into self-acceptance.
I think so, too. It poses that question. Can you find real fulfillment if you're always chasing some better version of yourself elsewhere? Or does the actual richness come from embracing your own singular, maybe messy life?
Yeah, the one you're actually living. And it highlights how vital being present is in relationships, how secrets, that psychological distance, can just erode even the strongest bonds.
Definitely. Every trip Jeanie took, however amazing the alternate life seemed, cost her presence in her actual life with Elle. And that pull towards other Jeanies, it feels kind of modern, doesn't it, with social media, endless curated possibilities. How do we commit to our one imperfect self?
That's a really powerful question for all of us, I think. Makes you reflect on your own what-if moments.
Yeah.
You know, where's the line between healthy goals and just checking out? detrimental escapism.
Right. What does it really mean to be present, to let yourself be seen, flaws and all, by the people who actually know you, not some idealized version?
Yeah.
And maybe here's a final thought to leave you with, something provocative. What if every path you didn't choose, every alternate self you imagined, actually did exist, just a mere slip away? How would knowing that change how you feel about the life you are living? Would it increase your appreciation? Or maybe your regret for this one complex, totally unique reality that's yours?